Okay, so on this video we're going to be talking about how to turn this guy. This is the Milwaulkee 6230 Portaband into a small band saw, a table saw. And the way I've chose to do this is with this nice, very nice, sturdy SWAG table that they've designed. They've got it all laid out with all the holes pre-drilled and tapered to mount your Portaband saw on. This is very sturdy. This one has the coating on it. I think it was extra $20 to get the coating. I didn't want to have to worry about the table rusting. So it's very sturdy. It's probably 3/16, I believe, material here, and the table is very thick. It's pretty heavy duty. I think the table's probably quarter right there. It's got the little guides here for a miter gauge. It has this set up if you want to do a quick remove of your Portaband. But as I mentioned in the other video, we already had bought another bandsaw, so this for us will be set up on this already. So I don't have any, never talked with the SWAG guys or anything, but they do have some good quality products here. This is very nice. Alright, so before we mount our saw, I did go ahead and get the miter gauge. It kind of helps when you're cutting angles and things. This is a very nice gauge. It's got pretty fine setting adjustments here, and you got to put this together. You got to put the handle on it. That's it. But it's got a stop there, so you can set your angles. It's very nice. Like that. Then you stop this, and then you can also tighten it down with the handle as well. This is an Incra, made in the US, so seems to be very high quality product. It's got some Teflon bushings here that you tighten down with an Allen wrench to take up any slack that would be in your slide. So alright, let's get the saw mounted. Okay, so here's the hardware kit that came with the table. It also came with this came with the Incra miter, and this is a little Allen wrench to tighten the Teflon bushings, and this is also a stop. If you were going to use this probably on like a table saw, it would work pretty good. It doesn't, I don't think it would work very well on this. On the Portaband, you got to take this guide off on this model. So that's these two T25s, and you can see why it was important for me to replace this guide block, because you'll see in a minute that blade has to be straight in order to work correctly with the miter or the table. Get our hardware out the way. Okay, so on this table there's a knob that goes under the bottom, and then this section comes out. So simply, it's very simple, and you could quickly just convert it back to a regular Portaband. Okay, so we got our stop, the new stop from SWAG, and put the screws that come in the kit in there. And a short Phillips works well for this. And those long tapered holes are really going to help get that aligned properly. Okay, we got all the screws tightened. The 2 screws tightened, I should say. And for this, that's all the mounting. You got the 2 screws there. And so you got the blade there. It's a little close, but I think it's going to work out good. So now to mount it, it's pretty simple. Let's bring the table up a little closer. Okay, so as you can see, all you do, you take your saw, set it down, and then the most difficult part of this is to get this threaded into this plate. It's not hard, it's actually very easy to do. So you tighten that down like that, and now you're all mounted. As you can see, you got some holes here if you want to mount it permanently onto a surface. Okay, so there are a few other items available, and this is the foot switch that you can purchase with this. May or may not need that, but being as I was buying the table, decided I would go ahead and get the whole setup. Get the foot switch. Also, it comes with this Velcro strap. Okay, so we got the switch here, and all you simply do is wrap that around the switch, squeeze it, and tighten it down, Velcro, and there you go. Of course, you don't want to plug it in first. Plug it into the foot switch right there. And now we're ready to test it out. Okay, so I got my miter in here, and what I'm going to do is let's just set it. We can do 10, we can do 15, 20. Let's say 20 degree angle. Alright, so for the first cut, let's just see how well it cuts. One thing what I've noticed is on this miter gauge is the way this is set up, it's not flush with the table, so that could cause some problems. I can see that now. If you're cutting thick material, it's no problem, but for this thin material, it's a problem. So just a thought. Probably if you're 1/4 inch material, 30, 1/8 inch, probably okay. But we'll see how well it cuts here. I think it's going to do well. Alright, there you have it. I mean, look at that cut. That is, if you're fitting up materials, that is a very nice cut. A lot of times with a bandsaw, you can see I just did this one by hand. And, the better you are, obviously, but you can see my line, and you can see how it's not perfectly flat. You can see, I mean, it's okay, but it's not perfectly square. So obviously this is going to give you a much higher quality cut, and I think it would suit a lot of people well. You don't have to hold this bandsaw up making these cuts. You know, you got to put your material in a vise, all this kind of stuff. So if you need something, you do fabrication work, this is probably a handy little tool for that. Just with this one cut, you can see how straight it definitely makes a nice cut. My band's got some missing teeth, and it's kind of skipping a little bit, making all kinds of racket. But this is a good quality tool if you're looking to set up your Portaband in a table saw configuration. Also a good quality miter. So all in all, I'm definitely satisfied with this product. The foot switch seems very solid. Alright, that's the SWAG Portaband conversion to a table saw, and with the miter gauge. The only thing I have, downside I have, is with this Incra gauge, and I'm looking at it. I'm not sure if you can adjust this depth. This is the problem right here. There's a little bit too much depth there where your stock is. So my material was actually going under there. It was a little crooked. I'm not sure, there might be some adjustment, but just right out of the box, that's all I can see. It looks like this is a very high quality. I think it'll be easily overcome. Even you could put a solid piece across here that would match your table, or in this case the SWAG table. So alright, hope you enjoyed this little two-part series with the Milwaukee bandsaw. And if you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.